Nobody pays real attention to the underside of the hood until you arrive at a car show and you open it. So in this video, which is a compilation of a series that I made before, I'm going to show you how I turned my original disaster of a hood into something that I'm proud to display at any car show. Let's get started. So I have it set up here for now. I want to do a little work, maybe repaint some of it. I want to remove these hood latches and the whole thing, and I probably remove this portion as well so I can repaint. It's pretty rough, even though you can't see much of it. I'm gonna detail all of this, make it look better. I may replace the liner because this thing is getting, as you can see, it's very dirty, and may look into getting a new one. It's pretty slow going, but it's turning out pretty decent for what it is. I decided I'm gonna remove this what do you call these louvers? Screen, whatever. Touch this whole area up. Gotta sand it first. I'm also gonna remove and replace the weather stripping. You guys, it's the next day. I'm gonna start prepping the hood. I'm gonna remove the weather stripping. I ordered one last night from Amazon. I was researching online and I found it at Eckler's, but the shipping was almost as much as the weather stripping itself. So I went to Amazon and I found the same item sold by Eckler's for less shipping charges. So go figure. I don't know yet what I'm gonna do as far as the liner goes. I may just clean it for now. I checked some prices and they're pretty expensive, I think, for what they are. And I haven't found anything that really kind of speaks to me. I wanted to find something a little thinner that could be glued onto the hood, but I haven't found anything yet. Okay, so I don't think there are any clips or anything like that when it comes to the weather stripping. Yeah, this one is really hard, and I think it's starting to crack. So this is just glued. I have to get some fresh glue for this. I'm gonna save this one for the time being. I'm not gonna get rid of it just yet. Oops, see? That's what happens when you're not paying attention. I don't want to totally destroy it just in case, but let me get something like a knife so I can separate this thing. Okay. So next I'm going to remove these folds. And also there was this bolt here right in the middle for the cable guide. Next, I'm gonna start removing these retainers. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe I'm missing one, but anyway. Get a pair of pliers, and I just compress these things. They're like a split type of stud here. And while I do that, I'm pulling up, and that allows you to remove these little discs. When you're ready to reinstall, you just hold this in place and just push them back in. Yeah, I can see there's a broken disc. Anyway, there it is. So that's after the first pass with the putty knife. It's been about 2 hours sanding, cleaning. A lot of this paint, it's probably most of it that I applied when I wanted to kind of cover up some of the, you know, imperfections, scratches. Comes off really easy with some acetone. Actually, I've been using this goof off, which works really well. Well, it's the next day, and as you can see, I've been adding a little bit of glazing putty just to get rid of some obvious scratches and gouges and stuff like that. Totally optional, of course, and even around the edges. Okay, so quick update. I wanted again to show you what I start with. I'm very kind of generous when it comes to the glazing putty. And then this is, both sides look pretty much the same, but this is after all the sanding. I just want to show you what I've been doing. Yeah, I guess I got a little carried away with the glazing putty, and I just had to touch up a few little cracks here and there. Tomorrow I'm going to be sanding this, and again, it looks pretty heavy at this moment, but once I get it down to the finished product, I think it's gonna be about this much, which covers the edge pretty good. I decided to try to remove this excess seam sealer. If you want to have a nice finish, it's kind of important to do this sort of thing. And then what I do is I dry sand it first, and then I'll go over it and wet sand it. Alrighty, so I've been measuring the hood because I'm thinking about going with hood insulation by FatMat, which I think would look a lot better than that old dirty thing. Okay, I did a very rough layout of the area that I want to cover with the liner. Well, guys, I applied the final coat to the hood. Looking pretty good. And I also went ahead and attached the grill here. And this, again, the weather stripping is looking really, really good. So there you have it. Okay. So a couple of observations, and again, I'm no expert when it comes to this. Since I use the heat gun to, in an attempt, I should say, to soften the adhesive and then roll it on real good, it got pretty warm. And then what was interesting, I stopped and I moved to another section to go right back to where it was really hot, and it's totally cool. So if that is supposed to work like that, it works really well. Anyway, yeah, it's a pain in the neck to install. And it seems to be on pretty well. So it'll be just from time to time, I guess I'll give you a quick update as to how it's performing. So far, it's looking good. Yes, I totally forgot to film this portion of installing the hood. I was going to do a time lapse, but between getting everything ready and getting my neighbor, setting everything up, I totally forgot to set up the camera. So not that you can see much from a distance, but it would have been cool. I think it would have made a good time lapse. But oh well. And now what I have to do is just finish making little adjustments. But so far so good. I'm going to be using some rubbing alcohol to just remove the dust. All right, so I opened the garage door. Again, I'm going to be using Eastwood's Underhood Black, which is really my favorite for this type of thing. It is looking pretty good. That's just a little overspray to deal with, but that is nothing. Turned out pretty good. It's a lot better than what it was before, so we're gonna call it finished. One thing I wanted to mention is you cannot ignore these indentations on the new liner. Now, some of you may be wondering if these things are actually cutting into the material. So far, that is not the case. It seems to be holding up pretty well, and I hope it'll remain like that. This area here is not a major concern. This is, because that would be touching the air cleaner, which again, kind of rocks a little bit. So that's one thing to be a little bit worried about. I am not at this point. Seems the material is forgiving enough to allow for that. Actually, it looks pretty cool, I think. Anyway, just a quick observation in case you're considering getting one of these from FatMat. I think they're pretty awesome. So what do you think? I know I'm biased, but I think it turned out pretty good. And while it would have looked better, like I had it originally all the way down to the bottom of the hood, still looks pretty awesome. So anyway, that is it for now, guys. Take care.